Every day, the old man ate here and never paid. The cafe had been open for 3 months. Every morning, Michael Turner unlocked the door with the same quiet hope. He turned on the lights, straightened the chairs, wiped the counter until it shined, and brewed fresh coffee even though yesterday's pot had gone untouched. The smell was warm, inviting, lonely. Outside, cars passed without slowing. People walked by with their heads down. The sign above the cafe flickered softly, like it wasn't sure it should keep trying. Most days, no one came. Michael stood behind the counter pretending to organize receipts he already knew by heart. He checked the clock. He checked the door. Again and again. Across the street, an old man sat on the sidewalk near the cafe's corner. His coat was thin, too thin for the season. His hair was completely white. His hands rested calmly on his knees, as if he had nowhere else to be. Michael watched him through the glass. The old man slowly lifted his face toward the sky. His lips moved carefully, quietly, like each word mattered. There was no begging in his expression, only trust. The next day, Michael stepped outside with a bag of trash and heard the whisper clearly. "God, please send customers to this cafe. Let it be full, so I may eat today, even though I have no money." Michael felt his chest tighten. Before he could speak, the cafe door opened behind him. Then again, and again. Within minutes, the empty cafe filled with people. Michael stood frozen, trash bag still in his hand. That afternoon, the old man slowly stood up and leaned on his cane. He entered the cafe quietly. No one noticed him at first. He sat near the window, folded his hands, and ordered soup and bread. When the food arrived, he closed his eyes for a moment, then ate slowly, carefully, like it mattered. Michael watched from behind the counter. When the old man finished, he folded his napkin neatly, stood up, and walked out. No money on the table. Michael noticed, but something inside him said to let it go. The next day, it happened again. The prayer outside, the sudden crowd, the quiet meal, no payment. Days turned into weeks. On mornings when the old man arrived late, the cafe stayed quiet until he came. On the rare day he didn't appear, the chairs remained empty. Michael stopped questioning it. Instead, he began setting aside a bowl of soup before lunch every day, without being asked. One evening, a waiter leaned close and whispered nervously, "Sir, the old man at table 3 didn't pay again." Michael looked at the empty chair by the window. He was silent for a long moment. Then he said softly, "Don't charge him." The waiter frowned. "But he eats here almost every day." Michael nodded. "And because of him," he said quietly, "everyone else does too." Months passed. The cafe changed. Laughter replaced silence. Regulars claimed favorite tables. Someone added plants near the window. Michael hired another waiter. Bills were paid on time. Still, every morning, Michael glanced toward the corner outside before unlocking the door. One day, the old man didn't come. The cafe filled only halfway. The next day, still nothing. On the third morning, Michael stepped outside and stared at the empty corner. No coat, no cane, no prayer, only silence. That night, as Michael cleaned the cafe, he noticed something folded beneath the table by the window. A small piece of paper, written slowly with shaky handwriting. "Thank you for feeding me. God fed you through me. Now it is your turn to feed others." Michael sat down heavily, the note trembling in his hands. From that day on, Michael kept one rule: resolve. Every morning, one meal was prepared. No bill, no questions. Some days it went to a tired delivery driver. Other days, to a quiet woman who stayed too long over coffee, compassion. And some days, it waited. Michael never spoke about the old man, but he understood now. Not everyone pays with money. Some people pay with prayer, some with presence, some with blessing. The cafe never went empty again. And every evening, when Michael locked the door, he whispered a quiet thank you to the corner outside. Because sometimes, the ones who ask for nothing are the reason everything grows.